Sanera, Omagitogade. Igo Sanera, Omagitogade. Igo Sanera, Gietitoge. Igo Sanera, Omagitogade. Igo Sanera, Omagitogade. Gietitoge. Ega Sanao. The more speaking a yak by yak bonario. Direct, the more speaking a yak by yak bonario. I go to ne, the more speaking a yak by yak bonario. I guess the more speaking a yak by yak bonario. Agamina gaga, hey, mina nehia seco. Mamenuya mini minani, we mean now. Senena, Nimnani Hayari Bimau. Ye, whoa, Hagasene, Nimnani Hayari Bimau. Whoa, Hagasene now, Nimnani Hayari Bimau. Hey, man, oh, Viega guide. You're very Mofi, no without so. A pharaoh, no about Egypt. You're the Mofi, no without so. A cane, oh, no, yes, serpent. You're the Mofi, no without so. What hey, weapons, yeah. Who love your what can you wear? What I got away? What can you feed the air? Whoa, lao. Yerebo seke yao. Upon you know weapon, no. Upon you know what's no. Ige no go back where you. Yeah, whoa. Ige no go back. Yahweh, Yahweh, your blessed, I guess, Sene, the Bona here, Yahweh, Nano. I guess, Sene, the Bona here, Seno. I guess, say, that the Mofi here, Yakbaya, Gonario. A terrain, the Mofi here, Yakbaya, Gonario. Eh, go to Neno. I go to ne, the Mofi, here, by a bonario. All right, now, family. So here we are again with this powerful message already titled for you and me right at part 1. The Feast of Purim is the hiding hand. Excuse me. The Feast of Purim is the hiding hand of Yehovah reveals the real me flash. It is time for Eddie Murphy to die, part 2. So, family, in case I share this in the news feed and you haven't listened to one, I just encourage you to do just that. Okay, for a better understanding, we have already established point 1 over there. All right, point 1 goes like this: my secret exposed. In fact, listen to it. Okay, and listen to it. It is profound, powerfully. All right, now, so the part 2, excuse me, what am I saying? That is the point 2. Yes, actually, that's what I wanted to say, the point 2. Where is it? So point 2 goes this way. Woman's kingdom restored. Are you the daughters of Zion? So this should be empowerment unto you. Okay, this has come to enable the daughters of Zion. So right now, how do the kingdom of woman restored? Here I am. That's why you need to listen to part 1. Okay, so here I am. At the chapter 5, the one you call Esther chapter 5, verses 1 to 3. Listen now. Now it came to pass on the 3rd day that Hadassah put on her royal at Para. Let me tell you, the Feast of Purim also has to do with you putting on your royal garments. Oh my father, this is awesome. You putting on, that is displaying who you are, displaying, your royalty, displaying your glory, your beauty, your power that Abiyawa has already bestowed in you right from Genesis 1 until the 4. But this is the time now to take it back. So this is the nature of the Feast of Purim in anticipation, okay, for the last days cleansing. So the Feast of Purim is still I'm doing it in advance in case you pick interest. That was why I said listen to one, because the Feast of Purim will be celebrated. When you read Esther chapter 9, you will find it all over there. It's going to be celebrated the day you call Sunday, the day of sun. Initially, it's being called first day of the week, and the day you call Moon Day, okay, that is Monday. That is initially is being called second day of the week. All right. So that is where we are going to celebrate this powerful feast, celebrating the downfall and the destruction of our enemy. Isn't Does it not watch it? It was celebrated, isn't it? Of course. This is what we should have been teaching to our children, because it speaks volume. It speaks sense. It carries weight. It carries meaning. Okay? It carries authority. The end of Abiyawa's year carries authority, brings about the destruction of the enemy. All right, let me keep reading, because I have 3 points I need to establish over here. Then I take it again. Now it came to pass on the third day that Hadassah put on her royal apparel and stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne. This has to do with royalty. Royalty. That is the Feast of Purim. Queen and king. All right, now. In the royal throne, in the royal house, over against the gate of the king. Listen now. Over against the gate of the house. And it was so. When the king saw Hadassah the queen standing in the court, that she obtained a favor in his sight. That is all. Hebrew 4:16. Come boldly to the throne of grace, even though you were once filth, even though you are not qualified, even though you don't have what it takes. But right now, come over here boldly to obtain favor in time of need. Are you in need? This is the right time to go boldly, because you are the queen of the king, or queens. I'm speaking to the daughters of Zion. All right now. And it was so, when the king saw Hadassah the queen standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight. And the king held out to Hadassah the golden scepter that was in his hand. So Hadassah brought nigh and touched the tip of the scepter. Then said the king unto her, What wilt thou, Hadassah the queen? And what is thy request? It shall be given unto thee to the half of the kingdom. And it was so, to the half. When you go to Genesis, let them rule. Them both rule. Where you see king, you see queen. And we did not see, because Abiyawa take the one rib from the side of the man. That simply means walk side by side. Walk side by side. 50-50. Until the 4. But this time, woman is also going to be walking side by side, but now under the authority of the man. That was what our mama lost. She couldn't walk. She couldn't sit in a royal throne 50-50 and still recognize the man eternally to eternally. He's greater. But she now tried to take the power in her hands. And that brings about, that we say, our pride goes before falling. That brings about her downfall. That all our daughters, we are suffering, but restoration is coming, because now sense has already been given unto us to walk side by side by man, recognizing that from eternity to all eternity, man is greater than you. Even though you are occupying 50% part or spaces in the kingdom, but you are going to do it fully before the feet of the man, just as the Queen Ada. She is teaching you and me in order for the kingdom to be restored. I understood, and I called a vision. All right, now we spread over to chapter 7, Hadassah or Esther, chapter 7, verses 1. And so the king and Haman came to a banquet with Queen Hadassah, and the king said again unto Hadassah on the second day at the banquet of wine, What is thy petition, Queen Hadassah? And it shall be granted thee. And what is thy request? And it shall be performed even to the half of the kingdom. Did you get it? Even to the half of the kingdom? So what are you saying? You want to tell me this is coincident? Or the man is just drink ogogoro? No, it's being intoxicated by the wills and the power of Abba Yehovah. As Proverbs said, where I think I'm going to quote it. He said that, okay, let me read it. Let you know the fire that is burning in the heart of this king. Abba Yehovah set fire in his heart. And just do for my daughter, because in anticipation of the last day restoration back unto the women, he's a merciful father. He's not utterly going to cut us off to go and be, working in the kitchen and the bed of our husband. No, we have power. He is restoring us back. Just as he has said, let them. It didn't say let him. Them both rule. This earth belongs unto us, husband and wife, the king and the queen. But Yehoshua HaMashiach is the king of kings. And why his wife is also going to be the queen of queens. Be a part of it. It is eternal joy. All right, now read Proverbs 21, verses 1. The king's heart is in the hand of Yehovah, as the rivers of water. He turneth it wheresoever he will. That is what Abba Yehovah did to King Ahasuerus or whatever. Okay, that is what he did to him. His heart, Abba Yehovah just hold it very strong. I said the kingdom needs to be restored back to the woman. How can that be? Woman will say, for the past 1 month, I haven't seen my husband. So you laying another pair, me, I'm laying another pair. How does that, reflect to becoming one? That is separation. A whole 1 month, no husband? We're going to do something about that. The kingdom is coming right back to the woman. Woman restored. We put the third mouth from the very king again. We read the second one out. It said half of the kingdom. I'm going to give it unto you. That is how we got it back. This vision, or the Feast of Purim, speaks about the hidden treasure of Abba Yehovah in the last day for the daughters of Zion. And the very last event to be carried out here on earth. Okay? Yes, the third mouth. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, testimonies already be given on earth. I read now. Hadassah chapter 9, the one you call Esther chapter 9, verses 12. Listen now. And the king said unto Hadassah, the queen, the Yehudims have slain and destroyed 500 men in Susha, the palace, and the 10 sons of Haman. What have thou done in the rest of the king's province? Now, what is thy petition? And it shall be granted thee. Or what is thy request further? And it shall be done for you. Yes, Abba Yehovah has already got the king drunk to do for her exactly what we want. Why? Because Hagar Haman has been in operation right from Genesis 4, murdering and murder the righteous Abel. Okay, that is the spirit of Agagite. Committed genocide to wipe out every one of the people of the book in order for the earth to become theirs. That's it. Therefore, there needs to be dealt with, be uprooted from the veil. Saul cut their head. Abba Yehovah said, now it is time for uproot them in order for you. He said the kingdom of Yehovah suffered violence, and the violent people take it by force. This is the time to uproot, and get your kingdom back. That's it. I read Genesis 1:26. And Jehovah said, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So Yehovah 27. So Yehovah created man in his own image. In the image of Yehovah created he him, male and female, created he them. And Yehovah blessed them, and said unto them, be fruitful, them, both. You see, where there is king, Adam should have been the king of this earth, and while his wife, the queen. Now that it lost it, remember, not the second Adam pick it up. The dream is coming more powerfully. Okay, you see, let them both. It is so. It's all over the earth. Okay, so woman restored to power. Are you going to see that when Yehoshua comes powerfully? Now in your quiet time, you can read other Apostle, okay, chapter 2, 16 to 21. Just read it. You're going to see it. So in these last days, He's going to pour out His Spirit upon all flesh, your sons and your daughters. Okay, so we're going to do it now together, just as the earlier plans. Okay, just as the first plan was, we're going to see that in Revelation 21. So we spread now to point 3. All right, now, so point 3 goes this way. Where is it? Yahuwah makes it all new. All new. We put scriptures. We have so much to deal with over here. All right, now, the book of Adasa chapter 4, the one you call Esther chapter 4, verses 8 to 10 or so. I read. Also, he gave him the copy of the written of the decree that was given at Shushan to destroy them, to show it unto Adasa, and to declare it upon her, unto her, and to charge her that she should go in unto the king to make supplication unto him, and to make request before him for her people. Did you get that? Supplication. Okay? Request. And that was what the king was really running after. Everything. Now, listen up. And again, Adasa spake unto her servant, and gave him commandment unto Mordecai. And the kings, listen, 11. All the kings, listen, all the kings, yes, I want to read. All the king's servants and the people of the king's province do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come in unto the king these 30 days. How can that be? Husband and wife in one house, a whole full 1 month. You don't even see face to face. That is old system of the rugged serpent. Now I want to do some renovation. It's not so. I bet you want to make it all no again. Must things needs to to be done about that. So right now, what was Queen Adasa saying? She was complaining about the functioning, the governing system, okay, of the kingdom. I bet you wanna say no, it is no more so. It is, I'm making it all unknown. And this is the only feast over here that the name of the feast wasn't mentioned. Okay, John chapter 5, this is how we know it is the feast of Purim. Because everything about Purim or the book of Adasa has to do with revelation. How about Yahweh was so prevalent, but his name was never been mentioned. Okay, he was behind us, moving powerfully. Who calls his name? Nobody. Okay, so everything, when you keep studying the book of Adasa, the one you call Esther, and goes to Revelation, you're going to see the parallel. It is hidden. That is revelation. Okay, but when you read the book of Adasa, revelation is not been given unto you that Abayewa is over there. But his name was not being, mentioned. That is something that is hidden, but you will get the understanding by revelation. The book of Adasa simply means revelation. Exactly again, the feast here, John chapter 5, also takes revelation. So this is how we know that the name of this feast was the Feast of Purim, even though it was never been mentioned. The author of John, or John Yehukanah himself, when you go to chapter 7, he called the Feast of Tabernacles. He called it by name. And when he also goes to chapter 10, he mentioned the Feast of Hanukkah. That is dedication. When you also go to chapter 19, he also talk about the feast of Passover. So every other feast, a feast in the land, he goes in detail. But when I come to this chapter 5, he never mentioned that. He said the feast of Yehudi. So I read verses 1, John chapter 5. So this is how we know it is the feast of Purim. In fact, the characteristics, the parallel reveal it so powerfully that it was the feast of Purim. Listen now, that has double prophetic layers in these very last days. Listen now. After this, there was a feast of the Yahudims, and Yahushua went up to Jerusalem, as it's been given in the law that every male needs to come down to Jerusalem, because that is the celebration ground where we normally celebrate the feast of Abba Yehuwah. Now verses 2. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, Excuse me. All right, now I'm sorry. Now there is at Jerusalem by the sheep market a pool, which is called in the Hebrew tongue Bethesda, having five porches. In there lay a great multitude of impotent folks, of blind, wither, waiting for the moving of the water. For an angel went down at a certain season into the pool and troubled the water. Whosoever then first, after the troubling of the water, stepped in, was made whole of whatsoever disease he had. Now, why is a certain season? Why they have to wait for that very certain season? Now, listen, here's the parallel in the book of Adasa chapter 9, after the law or the decree has already been passed out, published, okay, now he was being done right at the first month of the biblical year, okay, at the first month of the first month of the biblical new year, it was being done, but they have to wait until the very last month. This, carrying out destruction of the people of the book of Amos, okay, was being given or was being done, okay, right at the first month of the year, the very first month, like the one you will say your own January, okay, that is the first month, okay. Your own January is not the first month of the biblical year, okay? Now you are already on the second month, about to spread over to the third month. So next month now will be the biblical first month. You will see that in Exodus 12, 1 to 2. So right now, that is not my focus point. I'm just using it as an illustration. So the decree was being passed out first month of the biblical year. So they have to wait until the very 12th month, okay, for them to carry out the execution, the judgment to slay, to kill, and to destroy. But unfortunately, by the mercy of Abba Yehovah, it not turn against the enemy. And you also see the parallel over here that a certain season, they have to wait for a certain season until that water is being troubled. You guys know healing. So we spread over to 5. And a certain man, I can also put myself in that very position of that certain man. I can also say and a certain woman. Okay, right now. A certain man was there, which had an infirmity 30 and 8 years. Just not, make sure you put your fingerprint. Here is a fingerprint. Okay, it speak volume. 3 and 8. We are coming right back. He has this infirmity for a whole 38 years. Listener, 6. When Yahushua saw him lie and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he said unto him, Wilt thou be made whole? You know, in every feast, there's nothing has been such as this commanded us, to be doing any work at all, only to cook and eat. So this is the only feast that the biblical Messiah has to go out and begin to do healing and begin to throw people, because the book of Adasa chapter 9, the one you call Esther, recommend or petition us or giving us instruction that in this feast it is also being called a feast of the giving, a feast of giving gift. Okay, this is the feast that only this feast is being commanded unto us that we should give gift, to the poor. We should help the poor. Okay, give alms, help in this feast. That is a commandment on us. Exactly what the biblical Messiah do. Every other feast, he don't do no healing. He did not go out for healing, rather celebration. But only on this feast, he carry out healings on the feast. Listen up. He now asks him, we don't want to be made whole. Why should you? That is going to be to us or to the man of flesh irrelevant question. What are you saying? When you see me suffering, when you see me in my dying state, you saw me crippled since I was born, I was never being worked. Why are you asking me that question? Sitting on the right now, better side or whatever. Beth Bates, simply me. Okay, like Bethel, simply me the house of bread. Let me see. Yes, house of bread. Bethel's side simply mean all right. Bethesda simply mean house of mercy. House of mercy. Okay, house of mercy or house of compassion, house of mercy. Okay, now he said there was a pool. over there in this place called a house of mercy. So what brought our forefather that great deliverance? It is because Abba Yahweh had mercy upon them. That was why Abba Yahweh did not allow Emma, the Hagar guy, to commit that genocide in the land of our captivity. Okay, that was why Abba Yahweh moved powerfully in stopping the wicked hand of Emma. Okay, so right now, Yahushua now asks him, "Do you want to be made whole?" Okay, that is going to be an offensive unto a man of flesh. What is this talking about? I'm hungry. You see me hungry, you are still asking me, do you need food? Yes, what was he asking for? He was taking that man's attention away from the water. From the water. He said, well, okay, should I read? Do you want to be made whole? Okay, let me read it. The impotent, no, I'm going to take it step by step. Do you want to be made whole? What was he saying? He was removing his attention because he want to do something new now. He want to create a new avenue, a new chapter, a new page of healing, of mercy in his house. He want to give it unto me. He want to use this man to start in something new. He now said, do you want to make whole? First of all, he needs agreement. Amos 3:3 or 2 or 3. No, 3. Amos 3. He said, can't you work together without an agreement? No. So he went to do something new. Again, Hebrew 12 verses 2 also said, look up to Yahushua, the author and the finisher of it all. He was the author of the Feast of Purim in the days of Hadassah. Now he is the finisher of it all. I'm here. Look up to me. Don't look up to the pool. Don't look up to the whatever. Just look up to me. I am the one that is teaching. I started in this manner, but I want to turn it around in another form. I want to give it to you. You don't have to wait for that certain time anymore to get your healing. Right now, you will get your healing. I need your attention. Look up to me. Now, see, when the man look up to him, let's hear his complaint. The impotent man answered him, Sir, I have no man when the water is troubled to put me into the pool, but when I am going, another steppeth down before me. Did you see? Okay, what was the complaint? Another parallel characteristics of the Feast of Purim, where Mordecai sent a message unto Queen Hadassah and say, come, this is what is at Hannah. This is what Emma, the wicked Emma, is about to do. Just go and speak to the king. What was our excuses? You knew but one law. If the king did not summon me, if I have to, it is death, the penalty. She gave a complaint. Exactly the same parallel we see over here. They want to be made whole. Yes or no? Finish. And now begin to complain. He's speaking of the Feast of Purim. A lot of parallels. No time to dig more into it, but we still go further. Now, listen. Now the author of life said, Yehoshua saith unto him, arise. So, arise and shine. I'm making it all new. Arise and shine. That is Isaiah chapter 60. Arise and shine. You have been so long in this darkness. Arise now, my friend, and shine. Listen now. It did not stop there. Take up thy bed. What is that? Now take up thy bed. That simply means to say you're going to be taking care of the things that once used to take care of you. That was the idiom right again in the Feast of Purim. Emma, Hagagite, Amalekites, serpent, you have been taking care of us. You have been misleading us. You have been deceiving us. You have been, you bind us in one place, but right now we are going to take care of you. We're going to put you to the grave. We're gonna give it back to take up. Don't sit in one place anymore. Listen, they just stop over there and walk. So, walk in dominion, walk in authority, walk in power, walk in the height of it all. Walk upon your enemy's head, walk upon cripple, walk upon impotent. When you are being impotent, like the impotent man, when your staff, your agbalagba, your rod, or your cassava is being, bring his head down, you can do nothing. You have been paralyzed. You can't do nothing. Now you are impotent. You can't produce absolute. But now, you're going to take care of the things that used to take care of you. The things that used to trouble you are the one to trouble them now. Take care of them. Handle them to your best ability. The power has already been given unto you. Walk in dominion. Walk in glory. Walk in the newness of life. Just walk. He did. Now we come back to 38 years. He said, immediately, not delay, the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. On the same day was the Shabbat, the day of rest. When you also go to the Queen Hadassah, that is Hadassah chapter 9, the one you call Esther chapter 9, What is the Feast of Purim? Rest from your enemy. Rest from everything that normally torture you. Rest from everything that has been becoming a burden unto you. Rest from it all. He keep repeating the rest 3 good times. Now the 38 years. So what is number 3? Why did Yehoshua waited? He said he noticed that you have been in this situation for a very long time. That is Deuteronomy, I think, chapter 1, verses 6. I bet you say you have been too long in this mountain. Now you need to take up your crossover. Okay? All right now. 3:8. So what could that be? 3:8. What is the number 3? The Godhead reveals over here. The Godhead. And we also see when the king, okay, repeated this word 3 good times. Half of the kingdom, I will give it back. Half of the kingdom. What do you want? Half of the, he keep 3 good times, he asked. That is the Godhead authority. Now the number 8, what does that mean? Eternity, cut off flesh, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning, new beginning. Now what was the month when Hadassah goes into fasting? 3 days and 3 nights. It was the feast of Passover. You will find it over there. I think, let me call out. You can go and read it by yourself. Okay, quickly, let me read it. Hadassah chapter 3, the one you call Esther chapter 3, verses 12. There was the king's scribes called on the 30th day of the first month. That was written according to all the Haman had commanded unto the kings. Okay, now, you see, on the 30th, that is, tomorrow night is going to be Passover. So the edition came like today. Right away, the message get to Queen Hadassah. Right away, she proclaimed for 3 days. So in the feast of Passover, we ought not to fast but to celebrate. But she fasted. That is, she fasted. Now, Yahushua also do this on the Shabbat. It's not lawful to work on the Shabbat, but it's good. When the worst come to the worst, we take up our mind and we begin to work. Okay, we do something that is good. So she went into fasting. This is the parallel. On a lawful day, and Yahushua also healed and said, walk on that same day. Okay, so what is Shabbat in nutshell? Simply mean rest. And what is the feast of Hadassah? Go chapter 9. Rest. Rest from your torture. Why did Yahushua heal this man on the Shabbat? He gave him rest. Come here unto me that have heavy laden and labor. I'm going to give you rest. He is the eternal rest. He gave rest. Okay, so this is the parallel over there. We still put some more. Another parallel. Luke chapter 30, verses 10 to 16 or so. I'm going to be jumping over. And he was teaching in one of the synagogues on the Shabbat. And behold, there was a woman which had a spirit of infirmity 18 years. And was bowed. And was, bowed together and could in no way or wise lift up herself. She always bends to walk. 12. And when Yahushua saw her, he called her to him and said unto her, Woman, thou art loosed from thy infirmity. And he laid his hand on her, and immediately she was made whole, straight, and glorify Yehovah. And the rulers, it was still done on the Shabbat, okay? When you read it, I'm going straight away to when now? 16 now. Okay. And ought not, when the Pharisees was making noise, okay, let me take it for 15. And Adonai then answered them and said, Thou hypocrite, doeth not each one of you on the Shabbat loose his ox or his donkey from the stay and lead him away to watering? And ought not this woman, being a daughter of Abraham, whom Satan has banned, lo, these 18 years, being loosed from this ban on the Shabbat day? Now again, 18 years is very significant. What is the spiritual meaning over there? Number 1, what does it mean? The uniqueness of Abba Yahuwah, the unity, the uniqueness of Abba Yahuwah, of I am that I am. So what is the number 8 again? It simply means again, cut off flesh, new beginning, or eternity. Now, when we go back to John chapter 5, what was the warning Abba Yahuwah or King Yahushua gave unto the impotent for a whole 38 years? He said, go and sin no more. It is a picture of where you go and break the law, therefore Satan is going to bind you for all eternity, because the number 8 represents eternity. It represents new beginning. It represents cut of flesh, like the days of Noah. It start with number 8. Like the circumcision covenant, Genesis 17 is a cut of flesh on the 8 days. The biblical Messiah also cut off flesh, from his penis on the 8 days. So it simply means cut off flesh. New beginning. It start with people after the flood. Genesis now. It simply means eternity. When the 7,000 is over, the 8 is new beginning. That is where the new Jerusalem is coming down. That is where we are going to be, receive rest utterly. So this speaks volume, powerfully found in the feast of Purim. It did on the Shabbat. It gave our rest on the Shabbat. That is making it all anew again. You can read Revelation 21. It said, behold, they make all things new. The old is gone. Everything is not new. Back to Eden's garden, just the way it was before the fall. I'm rushing. The very last point, point 4, goes this way. Where is it? My enemies, all of you, eat judgment now. At the Murphy number 1, is your number 2? No, a witch in the house number 1, which is the so-called sister that sold me to outside witches and wizards. Justina Abangbe number 1. Ed Murphy Idahosa number 2. Iyore Mad Woman number 3. Mary Witch, Mary Goat. That says she's Mary Edos number 4. All of you come and eat judgment, because you are all Emma. I am a doe. You are defiling me as an adult person. You are waging war against the glory. That is what I saw in the vision. I'm sweeping. I'm cleaning the house. So a group of bunch of witches and wizards will just come and throw feces upon the place I'm sweeping away. I'm sweeping. That means cleansing. That means deliverance in my house. A bunch of witches and wizards will just come, in numbers. They will just throw feces on the ground where I've already cleansed. I have to return back again and do the cleaning. They will do it again. I have to return back. And I begin to hunger. I say, what kind of nonsense is this? And I begin to call upon Abayewa. I begin to call upon for him to destroy all of them. Now it is time to eat the food of judgment. Let's prove that also. All right, now we are back here again to the book of Adasa, chapter 5. All right, now that I have already. Okay, let me read it, because this is about me. 5. And it came to pass on the 3rd day that Adasa put on her royal apparel. That is what I'm doing right now. Okay. And stood in the inner court of the king's house, over against the king's house. And the king sat upon his royal throne in the royal house, over against the gate of the house. Yes, this is the throne of Abayewa. That is where I am now. I'm going to touch now, the tip of his, the top of, or the tip of his scepter, in order for Emma to go down the grave. We're going to feed you now, okay? And it was so. When the king saw Adasa the queen standing in the court, that she obtained favor in his sight, and the king held out to Adasa the golden scepter that was in his hand. When you also go to Revelation, you're also going to see the golden altar over there, and touch the tip or the top of the scepter. That of Abayewa I touched already, so judgment is about to be given. Now you are going to eat food. Justina Abangbe, Ed Murphy Idahosa. That was why I titled it Flash. It is time for Ed Murphy to die, because it's the wicked animal you needs to go. This is the nature of the feast of Purim. A man needs to go. Come until Saul died. David was an anointed king, anointed, powerful king of Abayewa. But until Saul died, no way for him. He was a king without kingdom, sleeping in the wilderness, from one wilderness into another wilderness. Yes, when Saul died, he now came into power. A wicked enemy that is preventing your glory. Until they die, you can't prevail. I don't have it in Proverbs that no wound, no mama. That's true. Until Emma died, no way. Until Vashti died, Queen Adasa will have come to power. 4. And Adasa answered, if it seemed good unto the king, let the king and Emma come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for them. Then the king said, cause Emma to come haste, that he may do as Adasa had said. So the king and Emma came to the banquet that Adasa had prepared. So they did it. They did it again the second time. 7 now. Adasa chapter 7 verses 1. So the king and Haman came to banquet with the Adasa. So Queen Adasa. So that is where Emma got his final destruction. It was being hanged. Okay, when you keep reading, you must eat food of judgment. Okay. Now, who was Emma? Emma was the came or the posterity of Esau. That's why you need to listen to part 1. All the scriptures and references is over there. So right now I want to feed Esau with food. You can't run over me. Genesis 25:30-34. Listen now. And Esau said to Jacob, feed me, I pray thee, with that same red pottage, for I am faint. Therefore was his name called Edom. He eat food and lost the kingdom. It is judgment. Until we give you food, we can't prevail, okay? And Yahuwah, we see the Murphy eat food already. He drank water from the grave. He ate cola nut. He ate about 3 good things over that day. I watched the video. He ate already. So it's physical manifestation 31. And Jacob said, sell me this day thy birthright. And Esau said, behold, I am at the point to die. And what profit shall this birthright do to me? And the Murphy, you did throw your sticky mat to the king in the palace of Bafedo. You despise your living. You despise it. Like, what does that mean to me? It's no problem. You swear. All right now. Then said, then Jacob said, swear to me these days. And he swore unto him. And he said this. You see the parallel. He knew. Okay, according to human's judgment, he should have been the firstborn. But he despises it. He despises his life. He's right. And he said, what does that have to do? Just give me food. We gave him the food of judgment. As he ate, he lost it. And the Murphy, you have already eaten 34. And Jacob gave Esau bread and pottage. And that's it. He ate. Eat the food of judgment. Perhaps from where we are, teaching from, and we see that the Queen Adasa gave both food. Emma, the enemy, ate the food of judgment, while the king also ate a food. Okay, what could that be? It is a food of Holy Communion. Okay, that is the Holy Communion. In order for the king's heart to be loosed and do what he needs to do to release that blessing, both ate. Emma ate that food of judgment. Esau ate the food of judgment. The king also ate the food with Emma. And I want to see Jacob, before he releases his blessing, he also ate the food. For us, the both side needs to eat. Listen now, 25. Genesis 27:25. And he said, bring it nigh to me, and I will eat of my son's of venison, that my soul may bless thee. And he brought it nigh to him. And he did eat, and he brought him wine, and he drink. And we see that parallel again. Mordecai, Haman, eat and drink. You eat and drink, okay? 29. And his father Isaac said unto him, come nigh me and kiss me, my son. And he came nigh and kissed him, and he smelled the smell of his garment, and blessed him, and said, see, the smell of my son is as the smell of a field which Yahweh hath blessed. The field simply represents the whole world. You can see that again in Matthew chapter 13. Therefore, Yahweh gave thee of the dew of heaven, and the fatness of the earth, and plenty of corn and wine. He began to pour the blessings of heaven and the blessings of earth. We knew from this very guy, Jacob, that the leader of Yehoshua came down from heaven. From him, his loins, there came the biblical Messiah. We give the Father food. So what is the food? You need to eat now and to give Abba Yehovah. You are giving Abba Yehovah food. You are giving your enemy food in order for the both sides to work. What is the biblical Messiah said? Matthew 4. He said, man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that proceeded from the mouth of Yehovah. Genesis to Revelation is the food. He said, come now, let us reason together. He's going to discuss things with you. That is the Holy Communion. Okay, you ate the food. Okay, as you are eating the food, you are eating the mind of Abba Yehovah. Like what I'm doing now, I'm eating the mind of Abba Yehovah. We are both eating together. That as I'm eating, he himself eating with me. That is the vision and revelation he is giving unto me. We dine together, we speak together. All right now, in order for the both sides to work. As you are eating, it says, speak the word they can't stand. As you are eating, Matthew 5:17 to 18, the biblical Messiah said, think not, don't even dare that I've come to destroy, but to fulfill, until when the heaven and earth is no more. Revelation 21, you're going to see the new heaven and the new earth. For the first heaven and the first earth is no more. So it is the both side. Okay, in order for it to work, to blend up, the both side needs to eat. Revelation 19:17 to 18. Listen, and I saw an angel standing in the sun, and he cried with a loud voice, saying, to all the fowls that fly in the midst of heaven, that is witches and wizards, okay, like all these people I just named out, come and gather yourselves together unto the supper of the great Yehovah, that he may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captives, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, and both small and great. You see, it is Yehovah supper. Come on, it's Yehovah banquet, food of judgment. And I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to to wage war, they were being squashed. All right, you see, Abba Yehovah have a banquet that he is calling these days. He has already called the Murphy, he has called the Yuri, he has called the witches in my house and the witches outside my house. He has called them Mary Jays, all of them. He have already called you to come and eat the food of judgment. What I'm doing now is giving you the food of judgment, and he's also giving Abiyawa food. I'm dining with him. That is the nature of this segment. That you will dine with Abiyawa. The destruction will be released upon every Emma in your life. Family, we are done. Stay in tune. And this Shabbat, I want to do another powerful segment of Edo, the great Edo. That vision is unspeakable. Edo's land needs to be watched for. All right, something powerful is about to happen. In that Edo's land. That is why all these demon mobilizer using all these mad people on Facebook, bringing bad names to us in order for the whole world to be discrediting us, looking at us as a demon filled people. No, we are glory filled. Okay, that is why devil is using all these wicked people's agents to be polluting the Edos. Stay tuned.